Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Jackie Fish, and don't worry, this is Crusader Kings 3, but this is truly the greatest Bannerlord mod out there. It is actually incredible how the modder has done what he has done, and if you have not heard of Crusader Blade before, basically what it allows you to do is actually fight the Crusader Kings 3 battles in Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord. It is absolutely mind-blowing, and today we have a brand new update. This update brings the game of Crusader Blades up to date with both Bannerlord 1.7.1, which is the current patch, and the brand new Royal Court DLC for Crusader Kings 3. Apparently it did take a lot of work to actually do this because Royal Court really did change a ton of stuff, adding in inventories and just basically rewriting a lot of the code, so they've been quite busy, affecting that stuff. However, now that we do have the Royal Court DLC out there, apparently the new update for Crusader Blade has made it way easier for them to adjust this in the near future. So when future DLCs do come out for CK3, it'll be much easier to update this, which is always really good news. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys exactly how this works, and I'll show you at the end of the video how to actually install this mod for those of you who are maybe not as mod savvy. And if you want me to keep on doing these mod installation guides towards the end of the video, please do go ahead and drop a like and a comment down below. It really helps out, and it lets me know that that is something that you guys actually want to go ahead and see. So first things first, what I'll do is I'll show you guys exactly how to get the game to work. So I have gone ahead and loaded up the Crusader Blade app now, which we'll be able to see right here. I'm in CK3. You need to make sure that you are actually in CK3, and then you'll launch this. Again, I'll show you all about this later on in the video towards the end. But right now you can see that I have Crusader Blade open, and what I'll do is I'll go ahead and load it. And now that I have Crusader Kings open, it'll be like, okay, cool, that's open. Now let's go ahead and run yourself a version of Mount and Blade to Bannerlord, which is obviously always good. You can have a ton of mods on as well. I have like realistic battle AI, which makes the battles in Bannerlord better. I have a banner mod on, which is really cool. And you can have a few things on that do adjust the actual battle. Like I can add on spear rework to make spears better. And yeah, you can add a lot of battle mods actually into the game itself. And I can go ahead and dive into this. And what the game will do is it will load up Mount and Blade Bannerlord and let it run in the background whilst I'm playing CK3. And then when I dive into a battle in CK3, it will then go ahead and jump into a battle. So right now it's just running in the background. It is doing pretty much next to zero kind of extra pressure on my system. It's literally just laying dormant right now and waiting for me to get into a battle. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and go to war with Salerno. We will go and declare war on them, which should be fine. Yeah, I don't care if we're disgraceful, it doesn't matter. So what we'll do is we'll raise our army. Even though it is not exactly the strongest army in the world at the moment. Also, levies and soldiers, so all these regiments renowned are now also included in this patch. So if I have a bunch of armored footmen, I'm going to have more skilled soldiers in the Bannerlord game when we do go ahead and fight that out. So yeah, right now they're outnumbering me. It's fine. We'll go ahead and meet them in open field just to kind of quickly show this off. And I think we will be fighting in an open field. Yeah, we should be fighting in an open field, which should again affect the map we're playing. So now we are in a battle. They have some pikemen and some archers. We have armored footmen and pikemen of our own. All our knights are also in this battle, so we have 9 knights. You guys will see that. And then basically, as the battle is continuing on, we have to wait for this to go ahead and become operational. I think if there's more soldiers around you, this takes a little bit longer to kind of become usable, so that you can't just like snipe battles and fight small parts of armies one by one. It basically gives a chance for any reinforcing armies to actually arrive in the battle. So now that this is able to be clicked on, you can click it and it will go ahead and then jump out to your Bannerlord, which you also have running at the same time. And you can see right here we now have a brand new set of options with Crusader Blade, which is cool. You can set the unit size of the battle itself. You can also adjust the chance of warriors dying. So basically, if some of my soldiers die, I want to go ahead and have really high casualties and like more realistic casualties. I can go ahead and set that. So basically, if any of my soldiers die in battle, there's a 75% chance that they will have a fatal wound and be killed, and you obviously have to replenish that. And again, you can really adjust this to kind of however you want. And also siege garrisons, apparently the siege stuff isn't quite in. Again, they had to rewrite a lot of stuff. It was in, and now it's no longer back in. So until they fix that, siege stuff isn't quite in. And you can also adjust the language, which is always quite nice. And there is also going to be an inventory management. I assume this is going to be tied into Royal Courts, so you can actually outfit your character with the equipment you have in Royal Courts, which is really cool. I'll go ahead and click start battle, and then boom, just like that, we are now in the engagement. So again, we actually, I think, do have a few more men than I had originally, which is kind of funny. And you can see my army right there set up. Something I'm still a little bit confused on is, like, we have a lot of bowmen, but I didn't have any bowmen in my army at the beginning. So it's, yeah, I'm still a little bit confused on exactly how it does break down, because I've fought other battles with, like, the Englishmen who have a lot of the Sturgeon units, and I just had levies. So, like, are these guys making up, like, part of my levies, because they're not going to be my regiments I have, my actual men-at-arms. So yeah, I wonder how that exactly works. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's really cool if that is the case. I'm a big fan of the levies being broken up into infantry and archers as well. I think that's a nice way of doing it, and then having some more of the elite units. We also, of course, have our men-at-arms as well back there, and our pikemen. We'll try and find some of our men-at-arms who will be much more heavily armored. These are our pikemen for sure. Well, one thing you can now do with the Bannerlord stuff as well is I can actually go ahead and apply this just to my heavily armored units and set them. We'll probably have like 20 of them. Select this and just stick them there. Yeah, these should be a bit more of my heavily armored soldiers, right? We do have men at arms, so there should be a few more here, which is going to be pretty nice indeed. And then we can just like set ourselves up. We can choose our champion and just dive into the battle. And there you go. I have complete command over my army. The AI's army is over there pushing forward with some more soldiers as well. Yeah, you can see. So basically what the AI has done here as well now is it has set up... Wait, I feel like we're playing on the other side. I'm not going to lie. I feel like we're playing the opposite side of this battlefield, because they had bowmen and we didn't. And we have more soldiers than them, and in the battle they had more soldiers. So there's obviously some bugs and some minor stuff, because I'm definitely playing as Salerno right now. I'm pretty sure. I wonder what's going to happen if we win this battle. Let's just charge forward and see. So yeah, you can clearly see there are still some issues. This is a very recent update to the mod, and again, they're just kind of getting things right as we speak, and hopefully they'll come to a fix. But yeah, I mean, that is something I do really wish they do add to the game itself, is that like levies break up into swords and archers, because a lot of the time just having one big infantry block doesn't make for that fun of a battle. And normally when you've got like 15,000 levies and only like 2 men-at-arms of archers, the battle does kind of just get very infantry dense, which can always be yeah, not as good. So that's something I would love to see as well, is, yeah, just having like the levies broken up into archers and infantry. And what I'd also love to see is like the ability to adjust that yourself. Like, it'd be really cool if in CK3 you could actually go ahead and set the soldiers you wanted. Like, if I wanted my levies to be more heavily based on archers or infantry, that'd be really cool. It'd also be nice as well if I could give like command groups as well, so I could stick like all my men-at-arms into a certain group right away. So what we'll do is we'll set these guys into loose formation and start letting our crossbows hammer home on them. And yeah, they're already doing some decent damage. You can see them right there. Oh, enemy lord. Let's just go ahead and bring him down. How the hell did they get around? Oh, I have my cavalry up here. Let's charge the cavalry in. But I mean, we have a lot of pikemen, so we should be fine. Yeah, we had pikemen, and we also had a bowman, right? So crossbows doing some decent hammering onto their front lines. Not able to get any kills quite yet, but still decent. And you can see with like a mod like Realistic Battle, you do pretty good with the actual battle itself. Do some damage to him. So also another thing to keep in mind as well is all the cultures. There seems to be like there's still probably some work to be done on them. There are normally a handful of mods that actually allow you to go ahead and adjust it. Yeah, you can see, yeah, we are definitely playing the wrong side right now. As you can see, that is hilarious. I don't know why the mod's doing that. Obviously a bug right now. Because, yeah, they have armored footmen in their unit. You can see some of the armored footmen back there. But yeah, there seems to be definitely some work in progress with regards to the cultures to be had. And we'll actually even get our crossbows like right on the flanks so they can start shooting in. But yeah, because like the British are like Sturgeons, but so are the Norses, the Byzantines are the Empire, which I think is fine. But I think also some of Italy could be the Empire as well. There are also a bunch of mods that do add more troops in, but unfortunately, as of right now, they aren't currently updated for that. So yeah, they're not updated for this new update, as it literally has just come out a couple days ago. But again, hopefully they will be updated going forward, because, yeah, having more customizability, there's some really good ones I'll put on your screen right now that do add in just a whole wealth of new units to the battle itself. And yeah, you can see our crossbows now should be racking up a lot of kills. They are in loose formation as well. Oh no, my infantry are routing the cowards. Kill them footmen as well. Okay, they're routing now. There you go. The crossbows come in. Done so much damage to them. But yeah, I imagine problems like this will be getting fixed fairly quickly, because this seems like a pretty obvious bug that needs to be addressed, that you're getting played as the other side, which is quite funny. And as you can see, the enemy are routing. You can run them down if you want to finish them off. There's not many of them left now. They have probably, what, a couple units of cavalry left remaining, and that's about it. Crossbows continue to push them down as they, yeah, retreat off the battlefield. And as I said, the actual troop trees for this mod are also very easy. Like, you can basically mod both CK3 and Bannerlord very effectively. Like, as long as you don't have any crazy mods on that like dramatically change battles and they conflict with one another, you should be good. Like, I've got realistic battle on. You could quite easily get RTS camera on if you wanted to. And same to be said with CK3. Like, I've got the community flavor pack on. I've got loads of mods that are just that. I played this mod with the the Roman Empire mod as well. So yeah, there's really cool stuff in it. And I don't really know what's even left, like why this battle isn't ending yet. But what we can do is, just for the sake of it, hit retreat. I guess you'd run them down if you wanted to, and then the game will jump out and carry on. Yeah, we were for some reason playing a Salerno. I don't know exactly why we were, but hey, I'll take it. And again, you can run them down if you want to. Again, we can dive into another battle. Let's see just really quickly if it does do it again. So we'll jump in again, see if we are playing a Salerno this time, or if it's just like random, because I guess maybe always play as the ruler is probably what you want to click as. Oh, that'll be why. Yeah, right now I think it's randomly picking us a leader. Yeah, right now it's randomly picking between the two, but I guess when that comes up. So yeah, if you have a moment, again, another bug with the mod is if you click that button, it will cause a crash, which is obviously not good. That's something they need to fix. Always play as ruler is probably always play as the faction in CK3, which is interesting. You can also just use like RTS camera, I guess, to switch sides. Again, that wouldn't be a bad idea whatsoever. But yeah, that's going to be it for the mod itself. So it's been updated. Clearly does need maybe a week or two just to kind of get these bugs fixed and then sorted out. But it's still really awesome. Game is running really well as well. The game is running way better than when I was playing it a while back. I've got 1,000 soldiers on battlefield, and yeah, it's running like an absolute dream. So that is awesome, and you can see how easy it is to transition between the two. That's so funny, though. You can also see sieges, like the siege thing is there for them. It's just obviously it needs to be reintroduced basically into the game. Like the siege icon is there, and eventually will be sorted out. But yeah, it just needs a little bit more time. So yeah, great news. This mod is absolutely amazing. I thought I'd show that off, and obviously it's updated for royal courts and everything, so you can mess around with that. And definitely why not? Why not? And especially once this like inventory gets added as well, it would be great to mess around with it. Again, one thing I would love to have is like a mod to allow me to like create groups in CK3, like be able to like have all my armored footmen in a completely separate group. I guess it's easier to do now that Bannerlord has its deployment screen, but even still, it would be cool to be able to like adjust these. And again, as I said, it'd be nice if there was like a slider on the levies to like have, I want this much infantry, this much archers, and maybe this much light cavalry, and being able to adjust that, and maybe it costs you different amounts to do that, would be a really cool mod embedded in CK3. So if anyone wants to make that, I think that'd be a really good idea. So that way you could have a really dispersed army without having the men at arms in that. So yeah, go check out this mod. Now we'll dive into the quick install guide. So again, if you guys don't know how to install this, I'll run through it. If you are heading off the video right now, please do go ahead and make sure to drop a like and a comment down below, as it really does help out the channel and goes a long way and kind of makes up for the people clicking off right now. So yeah, I'll see you guys and let's go ahead and see how to install this mod. Okay guys, now let's go ahead and dive in and I'll show you guys exactly how to install it. It will literally take you like 3-4 minutes, so no need to worry about anything being too complicated. Obviously, make sure that you have both CK3 and Bannerlord installed and are on the latest patches. Right now it is for Bannerlord 1.7.1, and to make sure you're on that patch, you can go ahead and right click, go properties, go betas, and find 1.7.1 and click it, and then I'll make sure you're up to date. I also recommend you do go ahead and verify your integrity of your game files, because it basically just gives you a clean sheet for Bannerlord and just kind of basically make sure that it will work. You don't have any random mod files still lingering around. But once you've got both them games installed, you're going to want to go over to the Crusader Blade webpage right here, and you're going to go ahead and download the latest version. That's going to go ahead and download them, and you're going to use something like WinRAR or 7-zip to go ahead and unpack these files. Then go ahead and create a folder anywhere. It can be in your documents, desktop, wherever you want to, and basically just call it Crusader Blade or whatever you want it to be called. It doesn't really matter, and I'll just delete my current mod folders just so you guys can see this is a fresh install. And you're just going to select everything in here and you're going to drag and drop it in, which is nice and easy. Then what you're going to want to go ahead and do is open up your Crusader Blades. It will go ahead and ask you if you want to do this, which is fine, don't worry about it. And then once you're going to have to do that, you're going to go ahead and find your Bannerlord, and you basically have to select your Bannerlord EXE. You can see the path that it is if this doesn't pop up for you, but it should just dive you straight into where your Bannerlord launcher is, and you're going to double click on that, and boom, there you go. Bannerlord is pretty much raring to go. So now to go ahead and launch the game, you're going to go and load up your CK3. Now that you've got all that set up, and you're going to obviously select your mods, I've got Community Flavor Pack on, a few other minor ones, and I'm pretty sure this does work with most mods. I don't really see many, maybe the mods that actually do change the campaign map, but I don't think there's many of them out there at the moment. So, you know, most mods that kind of keep the game relatively like normal, you should be fine. Nothing that dramatically changes everyone to elves or anything, but even then it could probably work fairly well. Now that you are in the game, you're going to want to go ahead and load up grab back up your Crusader Blades, and you're going to go ahead and click play. You do have to make sure that you have Crusader Kings 3 running. You're then going to obviously install it or put on any mods. I've got RTS Cameron, Realistic Battle, the Spear rework, Raise Your Banner, a few minor battle mods, and also some Crusader Blade banners as well on I don't know if these mods are even updated. As you can see as well, there are like troop trees, but again, I don't think any of these mods are updated at the moment. Then you're going to go ahead and obviously dive into Bannerlord. It's going to load up Bannerlord for you really quickly, and then it's just going to obviously minimize it and leave it in the background, causing you no extra pressure on your system, which again is so impressive. And boom, it just loads this back up. You can't access Bannerlord right now. You can just dive in, and again, I'll show you guys, you know, it just working really well when you do. So boom, we're there. I'm going to go into battle here. We're about to fight some of the French scum. Boom. Oh no, my wife is pregnant. Good. Just as I'm going into battle, you're going to wait for this to become available. You're going to click it. And then the game, just load up your Bannerlord. And you can obviously make the adjustments. As I said, make sure you have always players the ruler off. That's probably crashing your game. It seems like there's a bit of a bug right now, but hopefully the modders will fix that, because it seems like a pretty glaring one. And then boom, there you go. You are now in battle. For whatever reason, a lot of the Europeans are battalions. I think the Holy Roman Empire and also the French and everyone like that are all battalions, which seems a bit weird. You would imagine everyone would just be Valandians. Again, it's probably something that they will address, and if not, I'm sure the actual unit mods will get updated as well, because they were really cool. I think they're waiting for open source to get updated, and then they can actually do their thing. But boom, there you go. You can obviously create your more formations if you want to kind of split up your archers and other stuff like that. You can do all of that and just start the battle and and dive in. Yeah, it seems like there's maybe a bit of a bug or something again right here. But yeah, boom, there you go. It's really easy to install. It takes you 5 minutes, and again, you can kind of have this on in the background and just play CK3 and not really have to worry too much about Bannerlord, and just kind of fight out the major battles that you want to fight out. Maybe battles you're gonna lose, but you can definitely win in Bannerlord. So definitely go check it out. Hopefully you guys found this install guide useful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.